Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review, okay, for Married at First Sight, Season 11, Episode 2, okay? Let's just get into it. If you have not done so already, please remember to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Let's get ready to breathe it out, okay? Come on now and inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, okay? And remember to relax, to relate, to release, okay? And center yourself because so much is going on in the world today, okay? You can also like this video by hitting the little like button. You can also comment in the comment section down below. You can also share it on your social media by hitting the share button. You can follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner, and all that information is in the description box below, as well as other things, okay? Who sings the theme song is down there, email is down there, all kind of other stuff is down there, okay? Now let's get through, okay? The first couple we have, I didn't put up their regular picture. Wait, let me get the regular picture. Boom. Okay, Karen and Miles, okay? Karen, Miss Reservations, and Miles, Mr. Young and Ready. Okay, so they getting married today. Now, Karen was the one who told her producers that she some kind of way got a text message with his name in it, and so she was able to see his IG profile, okay? And she all nervous and stuff and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't know what I should do, and I don't know what I should do. You came on a show to marry a stranger. The fact that you saw him before the wedding shouldn't change that. He's still the person you're set up to marry. I'm my girl, come on, leave alone or whatever. And seeing married a stranger. Now we tell her mom, you know, come in and kind of calm her down or whatever. You know, don't be scared. You know, it's okay. You in it now. You're in it now. And saying how I just hope whoever the guy is will cherish her and take care of her. Tell your daughter that you hope whoever she find that she cherishes him and takes care of him too, because she all nervous for no damn reason. Now Miles, on the other hand, is in there, you know what I'm saying, with his dad, and his dad's like, you know, a marriage is like a bank account, okay? You got to put more into it than what you take out. I said, that is very true. That is very true. His dad also gave him a handkerchief, like if she cry, you don't give her this. He's like, well, what if I cry? He's like, well, you got to deal with it, okay? But that handkerchief is so when she cry, you have something to help her with her tears. I said, that is a great thing to do. Okay, now we do see Miles, you know what I'm saying, with his groomsmen. Okay, and his dark burgundy suit jacket and whatever, looking good. Okay, I love a man in a suit. Okay, somebody, a man in a suit, he can gotta get anything. Okay, anything from anyone. Okay, Miles looks good. He also doesn't look 26 in my opinion, okay? And so again, that's him coming down the aisle of it all. Now we then see Karen. Okay, here come Karen down the aisle with her father. Okay, well, father, and then he was all smiles when she came down the aisle, and I'm like, that's really, really good, okay, because, you know, it's a good thing. Now, when he gets down the aisle first, he did stop and give her mom a hug, which was cool, okay, that was cool and everything, and I'm like, that's cool, that's great. Now, the good thing was, when she got down the aisle, and everything face to face and stuff, I like how he told her, are you okay? I'm Miles, you know what I'm saying? It's okay, I got you. He was being supportive from the start, okay? A supportive dude from the start, okay? Now, she did start crying a little bit when the Reverend lady was, you know, saying they vows and stuff. He then went in his jacket and gave her the handkerchief that his dad gave him. See, it came in handy, okay? Because he knew. Dad knew. Now, they both say their vows and everything. I liked his more than hers. Not that hers was bad. They both were strangers saying stuff to each other. They don't know what's going to be true. But I feel like his was just a little bit more intentional in what he thought. And hers was more of, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what's going to happen, but we here for the long haul or whatever. But again, I feel like once she saw him, she kind of calmed down and whatnot. Now, you know, they are then wedded. Okay, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And then he does ask her, well, can I kiss you? She says, sure. But she kissed him, but she allowed him to kiss her on the cheek. okay, on the cheek. And I'm like, I mean, I don't mind that. I think you don't have to kiss on the mouth. I would because I'm freaky. But that ain't, that ain't my business, okay? That's not my business. But at least, you know what I'm saying, they're married. It was a cool ceremony and everything. And I'm like, fine, boom, pow, pow. They then go in to have champagne and are able to talk. And he brings up how he was nervous before meeting her, you know what I'm saying? But once he saw her, he kind of felt at ease, you know what I'm saying? Because he saw who he was going to marry. And she then breaks the news to him, well, I actually had saw you before the wedding. He was like, say, what happened? So she explains how someone thought they were texting the groomsmen. And they actually texted her bridesmaid. So that's how she found out his name, because her friend who was a bridesmaid called and told her the dude's name. So that's how she found out what it was or whatnot. And he like, oh, so he was on over there stalking me on IG, huh? She's like, well, I was investigating. No, it was a little bit of stalkerish or whatever. And then, he's like, well, what did you think? She then says, well, it wasn't a bad representation of you, but you maybe want to, unlock your IG sometime or whatever. But she made it seem as if, she didn't feel one way or the other about it, but it was so, she just saw what he looked like. I'm like, girl, you lied. You wholeheartedly lied. You said that man was not your type. And he was too emotional, because that's what you said. But as we see, because they were talking and having a conversation and getting to know one another, she felt more at ease with him. And she actually brings up how, he's nice. He's sweet or whatever. And it seems like it could work if she fully lets down her guard and all that stuff, okay? Now she did. I felt better, once I actually met him. Yeah, because sometimes looking at somebody's social media doesn't tell you all who they are, especially if it's a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Because some people post this random shit on IG, and that ain't what it's supposed to do. But I mean, that was good for them. And then they do go to their little reception and everything, you know what I'm saying? And it was cool. Now, the reception to me was a regular reception. You had some food, you had some drinks, a couple of, speeches. It wasn't nothing, there to that, so I ain't gonna go into all of that. But again, they is married, and I think she is happy right now that she went ahead and went through with it. Okay? Next, we have Olivia and Brett. Bam. Okay, now we already know we don't like Brett. Brett here for a good time, okay? We don't know what he trying to do, but he ain't here for no good marriage. We don't like him just yet. He has to prove himself to us, okay? Abso-freaking-lutely. I don't like it not one bit, but whatever. Because he's the one that kept flirting with people last time at the bachelorette party and at the little bar or whatever. So we ain't got time for him. We're gonna leave him be. Anyway, so we see how he says, I hope she's beautiful and attractive, as if that's what makes a good marriage. Again, we don't like Brett that much, okay? Now, she got him a gift because she's a nice person, I guess, and she gave him a gift she named a star in the sky after them, okay? And she called it leap of faith, because they're both taking a leap of faith to be together, okay? Now he then says, oh, that's really sweet. I mean, it's really nerdy, but I like it. Okay. Now we see he walked down the aisle with his friends, or his brothers. I'll say his brothers, okay? You know what I'm saying? He looks nice in his suit, but again, I don't trust him just yet. He gotta prove himself to me, okay? Now when he's walking in, he seems all nice. Hey guys, hi, I'm Brett. Yeah, being all nice and shit. I don't trust him. He ain't fooling me, okay? Now we see that, she's very nervous. Olivia's nervous because, again, she's getting married, okay? But she's ready to see who she will marry, okay? And then we see her come on down the aisle, bam, okay, with her. And I liked how she had her dad and her stepdad walk her down. So her dad is on one side, the stepdad's on the other side, and they both walked her down the aisle. Now, this is my issue with Brett. She walked down the aisle, and this is Brett's face. When Brett sees her, I mean, he just looked so uninterested. Like, he looked like, I guess she'll do. Like, I just didn't like that he didn't have any enthusiasm in his face at the all. But I'm like, whatever, we don't like him, so it doesn't really matter. And, we then see them, at the little aisle together. You know what I'm saying? And, he give a cool little vow speech about, how he can't make any promises, but he wants to make this a good journey, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now they both have cats. they both have cats, so maybe the cats will keep them together. He has a cat named Tyrion, named after Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones, and she has two cats. So she's happy that they have a cat thing in common because, again, cat people usually likes other cat people. I'm not an animal person, so I mean, if I dated somebody and found out they had a cat, we would break up because I can't do pets. Anyway, they say some little vows to one another and stuff, and she's all hopeful, a little bit, emotional. He's like a stoic figure because we don't like him and whatnot, and then they kiss. Okay, it was a comfortable on the lip kiss or whatever, but now they are married. Now we do see them, walk back down the aisle, and now they're sitting back there, talking. I'm like, they're just, the space between them speaks volumes. Okay, I just don't know. Now, I don't like how he, at first he wasn't, talkative at all. It was, her talking and him trying to figure out, I guess, what to say. But, I mean, it's weird, okay? Now, she said, is your parents here? He brings up how his parents did not come because they were not comfortable being on camera, which is weird because they both were on episode 1. So I wonder if they don't think their marriage will work. So they're like, why do we come? We don't think this is going to work. So, do we really have to be there? Now, he says how he likes her. He said how he likes how she looks. You know what I'm saying? And she is a woman who he would have approached at a bar, and he says they have chemistry. I said, okay. I still don't trust him. I still feel like he just, if she wasn't attractive, would you have felt chemistry? Or would you say, I don't trust him yet. I don't trust him with her horse just yet, okay? And they also have their reception. I didn't pay much attention to it, but I mean, food was ate, people danced, people said speeches, and that was that. It wasn't much more of that. Okay, so we have that. Leave that be. Again, I'm not saying Brett is going to be a horrible husband the whole time. What I'm saying is what he displayed initially made people not like him, and he seemed sneaky deaky or whatever. So I do want to see how he may redeem himself for the rest of the season, because as he said, that he does feel like he likes her and he's happy with who they chose for him. But I feel like that's the superficial way of saying I want to have sex with her, and I can't because now she's my wife. Damn it, Brett. And next we have up Armani and Woody. Okay, Armani and Woody up in here. Okay, now Woody is excited to get married. Okay, he I always wanted to get married. I only want to get married once. Okay, he wants someone to share his life with, and it's time because he is not getting any younger. Okay, now we do see his mama come in like, son, this ain't no joke. Now, marriage is not a game. Okay, even people who've been married for 40 years have to still work at it. So don't think that you're gonna get married, it's gonna be all easy. Okay, and he I know mine. I am in it for the long haul. He's like, are you sure? Because you plan, let me know, son. He's like, mine. I'm for real. I'm good or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Grandma, he ain't lying, baby. He okay? I say, we don't know. Now, he do get emotional because he brings about he does not want to be like his father. Now, his father and his mother broke up, and his father went to jail. Okay, and I guess his father was never around after that, so he does not want to get married, get divorced, and then not be around for any children he may have with his future wife. Okay, and I'm like, well, I guess so. Now we see Armani or whatever. She just wants them to get along. I want whoever this person is, not get along. She wants them to be able to get each other, okay? Not be the same person, but he needs to get me and I need to get him, you know what I'm saying? And we need to get each other, okay? And she brings her men, her past to always put themselves front, put themselves out like there was one kind of person and then they wasn't. And then she found out later on, oh, they a whole asshole. Oh, wow. Okay, so she just hopes he ain't doing too much. I say, girl, too late. Okay, so we see, Woody walking down the aisle. I know the picture blurry, but I can do no better. Woody walked down the aisle with his mother. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was cute and whatnot. Now, I do feel like the first two couples, whoever the camera crew was or whoever was getting pictures, didn't do the best with getting good shots of full-length outfits of people. I like how they, shot Armani and Woody's wedding. Okay, we got some good pictures. Okay, now he walked down, like I said, with his mom, and she walked down with both her dads. Okay, she had her dad walk her down half the way. Her stepfather walked her down the rest of the way. I think her dress was really pretty. I liked her look. You know what I'm saying? I liked her look the best. She looked the most put together. I liked her hair being so simple and slick back. And it was an overall nice look. Okay, and then when they get down the aisle and she get to Woody, you can tell her and Woody is smitten with each other. Okay, they was smitten from the moment they saw each other, and I'm like, oh, well, that's a little bit different. And see, I also didn't realize how short Woody was. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't like 5'2" short. People are like 5'5", like 5'5" short. But she's not that tall either. So I'm guessing without heels, he would then be taller than her. But you know what I'm saying? When they walked up, he was smiling, she was smiling or whatever. And it was some spice to them from the start. So I like that. I kept thinking like Woody gonna be too much because he's a party person. He seemed a little bit more calm but still spicy or whatever, and she, like, they was laughing the whole time or whatever. I like that in his vow he said, you know what I'm saying, I'm here for rich and more rich because we not doing poor. I say, let them know, okay, we don't have to do poor. I mean, we have to do poor because that's just what happens whenever recessions happen. Cool, but we gonna plan for richer and rich, okay? And in her vow, she brought up how, you know what I'm saying, we just meeting, so, you know what I'm saying, here are my hopes, not my vows, not my promise. Like, this is what I hope for us. I like how both of them said that. I ain't, whatever else they said was fine. Now, they were laughing and joking the whole ceremony, and, they also jumped the broom, which I think was amazing. And I feel like these were the first couples where I heard the accent from him and from her from being from New Orleans. And I think that was cool. And again, I liked they had this chemistry. And saying he was joking or whatever, he was doing a little shimmy. It was cute. It was cute. And she liked it. I think both of them were probably nervous. And then once they kind of met, it was kind of cool, calm, and collected or whatnot. Okay. Now they did kiss on the lips, okay, and it was a respectful kiss on the lips, but with purpose, meaning it was they pressed their lips together and stayed there for a second. It wasn't like a little and that was it. No, like it pressed and they waited, and I'm like, oh, they want to touch lips. So it was cute. It was cute. Now they do go out and have a whole little talk, you know what I'm saying, out on a little thing with champagne and whatnot. And again, it goes really, really well. They both work with kids, they both work within the schools and stuff like that. So again, it was a lot of flirtatious going on between the two of them. And she then said, you doing a lot of flirting. He said, am I not supposed to flirt with my wife? I said, let her know that you are his wife. It was cute. Okay, again, the attractions between these two, it seemed organic and not sexual. That's what I'll say. It didn't seem sexual. It seemed like they, two people met and this, they just clicked or whatever. Now, I like how he also was trying to make sure that she was comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because they, each couple took pictures too. I forgot to say that. And for the first, for Miles and Karen, for Brett and whatever that, Brett and who? What's Brett's name? Brett and Olivia. For Brett and Olivia, and then for Miles and Karen, it was a little awkwardness, between them and whatnot. But I feel like Woody and Armani was the first couple where the connection seemed organic. The smiles seemed organic. Taking the photos, the wedding photos seemed organic. You know what I'm saying? There was a spiciness to it. He said, can I come closer? She was like, as close as you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Within reason. It was just cute. It was cute. Okay, and then, so he kept bringing up how he wants to kiss her, but he wants, he does not want her to feel uncomfortable, but he did want to kiss her again. And so that was cute and whatnot. And then she said on the dance floor, no, I think when we were taking the photo, she's like, you're my husband forever, and ever, and forever, ever, and ever. It was cute. He said, I'm down. It was just, look, it was cute. I liked it. It was, it was what it was. And, we see them at the reception as well. And again, this looked like a regular married couple coming into their reception. And I feel like they both had I think they put each other at ease. Where the other couple still felt awkward a little bit, even though Karen and Miles still clicked after they talked. They were nervous before, but they did click after they talked. and it's not, they weren't as awkward or whatever, but I still feel like Miles and Woody and Armani clicked the most, and I enjoyed watching them, you know what I'm saying, do stuff or whatnot. And that's what that was. Now we did see, and again, each reception where they ate food, they danced around, had speeches by people and talking to people, and that was it. That was it. Now we start to see the wedding for Amelia, who's wearing a bird on her head. Okay, Amelia had a bird and a bird's nest on top of her head. Okay, and we know she's marrying Bennett, who's also a little bit quirky or whatever. And Bennett gave her a gift of a pebble on a necklace, as you see she's wearing here. And, she loved the pebble. He found a pebble while walking somewhere, and he said somehow, this is our pebble of life to be. I don't know. It was some shit he said that she loved, and it was awkward. We do see he was getting ready for the wedding as well. And his mom was there, like, son, are you sure about this? Her son is weird and she noted or whatever. And then she's like, your sock, why don't you wear different socks? I don't know if the socks weren't clean or whatever it was, but, she said, you're going to meet someone. You have to be, look your best. He then said, well, Mom, I know I did put on deodorant. I said, but did you shower? He said that as if on certain days he just don't bathe. And if he doesn't bathe, he at least put on deodorant. That's nasty. I need you to always take a bath before you get married. That's just a rule I think everybody should follow, but I digress. But we then see her 3 bridesmaids come down the aisle, and one of them was on a unicycle. Like, it was 2 of them, the third one in the middle was on a unicycle. I was very confused. Okay, I'll have a picture for that next week. And then we see as she walked down the aisle, they both realize that they know each other. They have met in some capacity already. Because she said, oh, I've met him. I know him. And he just looked awkward like, oh, shit. I'm looking like, did y'all already have sex? Like, what happened there? And then when when the priest or whoever said, so-and-so meets so-and-so, he says, well, we've already met. So it's not, this is not my first time seeing her. I'm like, what's going on? Because we haven't seen much preview for the whole season to know what happens. I'm looking like, are they not gonna make it? What is happening here? Okay, and that's how it goes off. So again, I'm interested this season. I am. I can say that I was scared because sometimes we don't know. Now I did see the Married at First Sight, I think on like Twitter or whatever, or Instagram, one of the two, put out how they promised that this will be, a very entertaining season. I think they know they have to make up for last season, because last season was a complete shit show. You had 5 couples and only 1 couple stayed together. A complete shit show. It was as bad. It was really, really bad. So I'm optimistic. Don't disappoint me. And as RuPaul would say, don't fuck it up. Anyway, I am Jay Lee. That is JLeesCorner. Peace.